Time for a news drop. Time to catch you guys up on a whole bunch of stuff that's happening now. Like something that's invasive, venomous, and spreading in the US right now. And crazy enough, it says, be warned, one sting can be deadly. Yet again, meat recall, sliced meat could be in your fridge right now. 19,000 pounds. Even an urgent warning, do not eat the chicken. You guys might want to think about some bug spray. Got crazy maps, and the graph is going to be outlandish this year. And that's not all. We got FBI warning of a scam targeting victims with fake hospitals and police. Look, I don't know if you guys have been getting all the fake scams, but my phone inbox platforms are out of control. You guys better buckle up for some crazy weather. News drop of information you should be aware of that affects you. Hey guys, my name is Cohen here at Riverside Homestead, and if you're brand new here, welcome. And if you guys are into prepping tips, emergency preparedness, and most important, news and awareness that affects you, be sure to start this video off with a like, hit that notification bell so you guys can stay up to date, and let's begin. Let's fly through some of these updates because I've been stuck trying to get across the United States for the last 3 days because of all these crazy storms. In fact, I was in Oklahoma for 3 days, and friends and colleagues were like, this is the 3 days that you probably shouldn't have came.
Take a look at this. County Road 1322 in Blanchard washed away due to flooding. You can see there once was a pond here. Now that's gone. There's even fish lying here. The roadway about 150 feet just disappeared at this point. It looks like a crater in the middle of the road. The people on the other side are trapped. There's about 8 homes there on the other side. They have no way as of right now to get around. It's all fields and it's all completely saturated. We're hoping to get more information from officials very, very soon. Hopefully a solution for these folks as well.
Basically, I experienced a whole lot of rain, thunder and lightning storms, floods on the streets, shut down highways. Lots of towns, including Oklahoma City, experienced floods. Like I said, I've been giving you guys a warning. This year and weather, I feel like we're gonna be at a whole new level. For example, a warning for tonight says guerrilla hail threat this evening. I don't know what guerrilla hail is, but it sounds bad. And I know when I was there, they were talking about baseball size hail threats. And this looks like it's gonna hit that same kind of area and in Texas as well. And it ain't just there, it's even in Missouri. This one was just a couple days ago, and as far as I know, they're still experiencing some havoc. Let me know down in the comments, you guys in your state and areas and where that's at, and what type of weather conditions you guys are experiencing as well. Like I said, I think this is gonna be the year of crazy storms, crazy weather events, and I think some of us know why. Now, quickly moving on, another thing for you guys to be aware of, they're saying that there's an invasive venomous ant that is spreading in the United States. Here's where people should watch out because a sting can be fatal. Like seriously, what next? Now here's a picture of this little sucker, and it doesn't look friendly. Real quick guys, people may suffer from allergic reactions after a sting that can send them straight to the hospital without treatment. Symptoms can include difficulty breathing, a weak or rapid heart rate, vomiting, hives, fainting, and tongue swelling. Now the problem is this is spreading fast from what they say. In quotes it says, we're now considering it a medically important pest. Dan Suter, an Orkin distinguished professor of urban entomology at the University of Georgia, told Fox Weather this week. It's a big deal. They're saying a number of calls from individuals who suffered from the reaction, also known as anaphylaxis. It says it gets a little bit more serious when the sting of an insect can be life-threatening to people who suffer anaphylaxis, he explained. Now, I know you guys want to know where this is at. They're saying they're found largely in the eastern US, including Carolinas, Georgia, Indiana, and Alabama. However, have also been cited as far north as New York and Washington. Like I said, it might be time for you guys to get your bug spray in order. Now, if you're wanting to stay away from DEET and you want something that's all natural, we can recommend this. I'll put a link down in the description. As many of you know, we recommend a shopping club. You don't have to be part of the shopping club to purchase this, but if you want a discount and you want to switch over to American-made non-toxic stuff, make sure you check out the whole store. So like I said, when it says that it's life-threatening, suppose we should pay a little bit of attention. So if you guys are concerned about that, look that one up. And it's not the only thing to be worried about, because here is a map right here that shows measles outbreaks, but alongside that, the dengue fever is on the rise. I mean, look at the graph for 2024, and then look at where we're at right now from this year, and this was April 27th. It looks like we're charted to go way past last year. Quick facts about dengue, also known as breakbone fever, traditionally considered a neglected tropical disease, creeping northward due to what they're calling a warming earth. Now they're saying that this is resulting in more locally acquired cases and an increase in cases from international travel. It says last year, Puerto Rico declared a state of emergency. Most infections were asymptomatic, but 1 in 4 infections cause flu-like symptoms, and can occasionally 1 in 20 infections cause more severe disease like hemorrhagic fever. The big thing is they're saying higher than expected for this time of the year. So what does that mean for you? Well, they say Texas, California, Florida, and Puerto Rico typically see the most locally acquired cases. Prevention is simple. EPA recommended insect repellent, especially those with DEET. Now it's interesting, as effective as DEET is, if you deep dive DEET, it's a toxin that gets absorbed by your skin. And I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole, but you can imagine probably not very good for you, but effective. Like I said, when it comes to those packing mosquitoes, I rather prefer using something natural. And I have a sneaky suspicion that those darn blood-sucking critters, including mosquitoes, ticks, different kinds of flies, I don't think we're very far off before we got something crazy that they're carrying around and giving us. Just thought I'd make you aware of those headlines in case that's something that really comes down the pipe. Now, before we get to the scams that I need to tell you about, there's a couple brand new food recalls that could be in your fridge right now. Now, Newsweek put out an article, meat warning issued as thousands of pounds recalled. And like I've told you guys before, how do people even know about this stuff? Well, good for you is that I research this stuff and I'm always putting out pertinent stuff, up-to-date warnings on this type of thing. So if you haven't already, hit that notification bell and hit all, and it'll notify you when I come out with a brand new video. I'm always researching the stuff that I think is gonna affect you guys and I think that you should be aware of. And we won't really deep dive, we'll just scratch the surface. And if you find it alarming, you guys can deep dive it, but at least you'll know. Here it says a New York-based processing company has initiated a recall of nearly 19,000 pounds of sausage, sliced meat, and poultry products. This is happening almost weekly. It says Smith Packaging LLC announced the recall due to sodium nitrate levels that exceeded the regulatory limits, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture and Food and Safety Inspection Services. And get this, here's the crazy part. They're extra pumping this stuff in because it's the thing that makes it last longer on the shelves. What do you call that? Profit over people. These guys don't care about you guys getting something healthy. They want to sell more product. They want their product to last longer. It says here, according to the FSIS guidelines, sodium nitrate is used to preserve meat and poultry products and to prevent bacterial growth. However, consuming the products with sodium nitrate levels above regulatory limits may pose health risks. So I mean, someone like myself, what does that tell me? The only thing they're worried about, making more money, keeping it on the shelves even longer. And it seems like they're gonna go to whatever limits they can to make your money. Now, I can't help you with the pork or sausage, but in that store that we recommend, we do have the best beef. So if you guys want something that's not injected with anything, the best I've ever found, and it comes right to your doorstep, frozen like a rock, you might ask about that as well. And get this, it says this recall was listed as a class 1, which represents a health hazard situation where there is a reasonable probability that the use of this product will cause serious adverse health consequences or death. So look, here's the list. There's a ton of stuff. And the chances of this being in your fridge or freezer right now is pretty high. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna leave a link to this article down in the description. You guys can snap a photo right now of that list right there, or play it back, push pause, because like I said, it's just getting out of control. We've got one more. They're also saying don't eat the chicken. It says urgent, do not eat warning. Over fears, supermarket is selling out of date chicken. So what does that mean? Like, this is what I'm saying. They're pumping this stuff full of preservatives, and it's either gonna get you there, or the rotten chicken will probably make you sick. So real quick before we get to the fraud warnings you need to know about, an urgent do not eat warning has been issued over a major supermarket's chicken due to concerns it is out of date. ASDA is recalling some of its own brand hot and spicy chicken breast slices because some of the products have been packaged with incorrect dates. Now look, I've seen that one before where, you know, like, okay, let's put some extended dates on there so that this will last a little bit longer. Is that what's going on here? Might be. Now the FSA is saying if you bought this stuff, do not eat it. Instead, return it to your nearest store and get a refund. So again, that's the ASDA, spicy chicken breast slices. So another big one that you guys should know about is these fraud alerts. They're getting even more crafty these days. I mean, you should see the emails I get, the text messages I get. They're even starting to hit me on the platform, and boy, are they crafty. So many people are getting lured into clicking, and it could result in something real bad. Here's what you need to know. Now, this comes from Fox News. They say FBI warns of a scam targeting victims with fake hospitals and police. So what you need to know is the FBI warns that scammers are impersonating doctors, police, and banks using spoofed numbers while smishing texts, impersonating toll agencies, and delivery services surge nationwide. And I'm telling you guys, these guys are trying to get you to reply, trying to get you to click a link. I'll tell you here in a minute what I usually do when I'm scratching my head and I'm like, are these guys for real? It says in one elaborate scheme, fraudsters posing as hospital staff claim victims, identify as linked to Chinese crime rings. There you go, Chinese crime rings. Then transfer calls to fake police demanding wire transfers complete with fake IDs and encrypted app requests. And like I said, the cons often targeting previous fraud victims through social media groups with fake profiles. And I'll tell you what, guys, these guys start off the conversation like, how did yesterday go? And they get you to interact. And then they're gonna say something that's gonna try to get your attention. By the way, did you get the news on this? Or like I said, they're getting crafty. And if they're not trying to get your money, they're trying to steal your data. And the FBI says here, they're even harder to spot these days. And a lot of times these guys are trying to get a hold of you and help you recover money that they make you feel like you lost. And the crazy thing is, like I've told you before, as AI comes on, it's gonna be good and bad. There's gonna be a convenience level, but it's gonna come with a lot of bad scams too, because they're saying a lot of this is coming from artificial intelligence, AI. And it says one common trick involves someone posing as an official from the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center using fake names like Jamie Quinn, who asks for sensitive information such as your social security number, bank details. And it says in other cases, scammers create fake female profiles to join online support groups for frauding victims. And like I said, they try to gain your trust. It says gaining trust directly people to contact their recovery experts. And like I said, this is to steal your personal identity or your money. Okay, and they give you some guidelines on how to stay protected. And I'll add to that. How to keep yourself safe, stay calm. Basically, don't get all worked up and hang up and tell them you'll get back with them. Ask for websites, phone numbers to return the call. And if they start getting aggressive, just simply hang up. It also says avoid unknown contact numbers. If they come up as a pop-up, a text, a phone call, and you don't recognize it, wait for a voicemail with detailed information. If it's legit, they'll probably also send you an email because they should have all your information. Then you can deep dive or ask specific questions to verify that they're legit. Be careful not to just easily give up your information because that's what they want. Big one, never let them access your computer, because what they're trying to do there is get access of your computer and steal all your data. And that might mean getting into your bank account, getting all your passwords and sign-ins. So if they say they want to take control of your computer to help you navigate through something, no. And if it's something that you didn't reach out to contact someone to get a hold of you and they're wanting you to click a link, don't be clicking those links, because at that rate they could install some malware. And if you don't happen to have your antivirus updated, you could be vulnerable. Anyway, if you need more information on this one, I'll leave this link down there too. They've got a bunch of links on reporting it to the FBI Internet Crime Complaint Center. And like I said, they're crafty. I'm getting better at seeing right through it. So like I said, if you didn't reach out to them, chances are something screwy. As I said before, if it's something important that you put your information in and it's serious, they're probably gonna send you a letter, they're gonna send you an email, and you'll be able to verify the company by you doing your own research instead of clicking their link. Anyway, I don't wanna go too long. Got a lot more research that I need to do some catching up on so I can finish up some of these other important videos on other important stuff that you guys need to know. Got a couple other videos here you guys may have missed if you wanna check those out. And if you found this informative, please share it out. Let me know what you think down in the comments. And giving the video a like always helps it get out to more folks. Keep prepping, keep learning, keep doing. We'll see you guys on the next one.